What's going on? How happy am I? Super happy because today is day 55 of the 99 Days of Christmas, and in 9 minutes, I'm going to jack and pump up your IQ. It's going to take me 9 minutes to get you to an IQ towards 800. FICO, IQ 500. Do you see how these numbers are so huge that even I'm getting confused with my IQ of 88, which operates at 500? Because I just juxtapose a FICO of 800 to a IQ of 500. Problem. So many people are operating at 50 points of IQ, mainly hot women. IQ below 100. Let's define what an IQ is. Let's say your chronological age is 26 going on 30. You now have an IQ of over 100, because if you're 12 years old and you're as smart as a 24-year-old, now your IQ is 200. And so what happens is that we end up having an IQ below 100 a lot of the time. Problem. Your IQ, when you're distracted, it goes below 100. Now you're in an IQ of 90. Is that a problem? Temporarily, let's fix it. Oh, this is going to be the best 9 minutes of your life. I'm going to take 12 seconds to fix your stomach, which is this. This is a grapefruit, and you open it by cutting it with your fingernail. You pop the top off, and then you eat the inside flesh by peeling away the skin. What you're doing by eating a grapefruit is you're improving your gut health. You're improving, this is me showing off by peeling it perfectly, is you're improving your ability to digest, and that is your second stomach. Very useful, because when your IQ is going from your level of IQ to 500, your stomach acts as your second brain. It's removing brain fog, it's removing dopamine addiction. It's going to seem like you have an IQ of 500. And the ratio of how to calculate your IQ works like this. If you are 23 years old and are as smart as a 17-year-old, well, now your IQ is around 80. But if you're a 25-year-old and you're as smart as a 40-year-old, now your IQ is almost 200. And what we're doing here is we're climbing seemingly an impossible task of, how do we get to an IQ of 500? Are you literally joking? Yes, these are jokes because they're hilarious, but like American comedy in the year 2030, all these jokes are actually, oh my effing God, true, which is this. I met a human that was not smart. They were an athlete, and they seemed dumb. But I did not realize that they were playing dumb to get me to teach them how to be smarter. And later, I discovered that they're the smartest human on the mother-scratching planet, and that person's name is Satoshi Nakamoto. Like, how are you smarter than me? Well, this is how they did it. This is how you can do it, because I want you to be smarter than me as well, as we march towards an IQ of 500 in under 9 minutes. Problem. Most of us are operating below 100. Most of us have an IQ that's around 50. Why? Because we can't put a chronological age against our mental wisdom age. Meaning, we're assuming that, oh, when we're 50 years old, we'll be twice as smart as we currently are. And that's definitively not true, which is why you've got some 24, 25, 26-year-olds who are making astronomical sums of money doing seemingly fake jobs. This is the problem. It's all bullshit, But the problem is kind of real in a way that we can't quite put our finger on, which is why we're going to put IQ points in our brain and we're going to put a little bit of money in my pocket. Not my pocket, your pocket. You got to say, put it in my pocket. PIIMP. So, step one is finding not necessarily smarter people to hang out with, but to realize that memory is a muscle. Let's say you're not reading super fast. That's okay, because your memory is a muscle for us to exercise and flex. Because when it seems like we have a good memory, what we're doing is we're encapsulating our chronological years on the planet. Memory is a muscle. Under 9 minutes, let's field goal. PQRST. Showing up at an event seemingly that it's not our first time there. In cowboy language, this would be where people would say Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, which would be, this is not my first rodeo. And once you have experienced that party, experienced that conference via a prior rep of preparation, in artificial intelligence with AI agents, so much of it is keyed upon prompting. And what we're doing before we get our lunch eaten or our jobs taken away, and if you are in a situation where you don't have a job right now, that's even better because chaos is our ladder, where our AI agent needs an agent. And what that entails is the word P prompting inside of PQRST. This will mimic a IQ that's at 200 or 300 because the definition of IQ is your wisdom age divided by your chronological age. So if I'm as smart as an octogenarian, that gives me an IQ of north of 300. Math class before math class. The previous human that I mentioned, who might be Satoshi Nakamoto, Tom Brady, he literally said, when we practice our math assignments, our math gets better. You may think that it's just skill playing the football position, but his memory was a muscle. He talks about PQRST, and he talks about taking math class before math class because when we practice our math assignments get better. Tom Brady the human, not Tom Brady the dog. This is marching towards an IQ of 500 in under 9 minutes. Return on investment before $1 goes out. This is huge, and this will keep you out of the retard zone. What is the retard zone? Is when you're so stressed that you start throwing Hail Marys. When you're so stressed that you can't process basic information. When you're so money stressed that you can't buy a $500 bill for $15. That's the definition of being retarded, and lack of money makes you retarded. Is this also like lacking oxygen? Yes, because when you're drowning, you can't see, you can't process information. The only thing that you care about is getting that next sip of oxygen. It's the best of times, it's the worst of times. You're welcome. Proper, right? Under 9 minutes going from your IQ to 500. Are you guys glad that you spend time? I know Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club is. Why is Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club seemingly genius? Because it's Hot Girl Sales Club by Shelby Sapp mixed in with Sarah Blakely, mixed in with things that are momentum plays. And when you put it in your pocket, the money makes you genius because now you're less stressed about money and you've done something slightly commercially viable with this one video, which is ROI before $1 goes out. So yes, I sell $750,000 sales classes, right? But are you going to want to pay that cash up front? No. So stop asking me what I'm trying to sell you, because I'm telling you what I'm selling you is I'm selling you $275,000 for a load of baby jizz. If the kid that germinates from that doesn't play 2 sports at Stanford and play 2 pro sports, you get your money back. What else am I selling? Okay, that seems like IQ 500 shiitake. I'm selling you a $750,000 course on sales and selling. Yeah, $750,000. But guess when you pay? After you become a billionaire. Oh, but I'm just gonna screw you. Well, that's why I'm batting 1,000 when it comes to hot blondes. Or if you're a dude and want to screw me, I probably won't even know that you didn't pay me the money, because the way to get the information from the $750,000 course is to watch free videos that I've already outlined, which is sell your first thing. Go from 0 to 2. This is the genius thing, good job for saying, which is this. When you start, you will now have artificial intelligence on your side. But if you're below 0, you do not get that advantage because you're underwater. When you get above water, now leverage starts to work for you. This is how, because initially we talked about eating a grapefruit. This used to be a grapefruit. I ate it. That's my second brain. What we're doing in going from 0 to 2 grapefruit, 0 to 2 videos, 0 to 2 units of money is this, leverage. How exactly am I levering you forward by springboarding you up? Literally bootstrapping your side hustle that you're moonlighting. Let's go. You're going to do 2 videos that are marching towards, I'm going to get an IQ slightly over 100. When you do those 2 videos, I will put those 2 videos, 1, I will put them on a playlist. 2, I will green screen your video. 3, I will embed your video onto a WordPress blog post where you will now have 2 landing pages. So what are you doing? You're getting off of 0 and you're literally getting slingshot forward, and you're going to be like, I'm so uncomfortable. My IQ is now at 500 and people now think I'm a genius. Then what you'll do, because this works every time if you're a hot blonde girl, is then you'll be like, oh, I feel like a fraud. I like for my IQ to go back to 200. But what happens, or 150 or 100, but what happens is the snowball has now gone down the hill and our fortunes are tied together. This is why hot blonde females with gorgeous hair and are hot, they just work, which now goes into this true thing that's also hilarious. What future Victoria's Secret model uses an AI agent? Because that's a party that's going to be February, which is, to repeat, what future Victoria's Secret model uses an AI agent? So do you see how I'm taking something so, to me, basic, AI agents, in helping us do prompt engineering and to propel us forward, seeming with an IQ of over 500. This is also not my first rodeo, because how many people have gone from 0 FICO score to over 750? 0 FICO score to over 750. That's us winning, because now it seems like we're using other people's money. Now we know that AI is just other people's experience. And now what we're doing is we're using other people's prompting. That's what jettisons us forward with this ginormous IQ bump. You're welcome. You're welcome. Seriously, saying thank you into the screen. I'll wait. You're welcome. I was happy to help, and I hope that you can see that I literally enjoyed helping you a ton. Be well.